The war in Ukraine has delivered a stark lesson. Armour only survives when it's heavily protected, and in an increasingly unstable world, building your own weapons matters more than ever. For more than 25 years, the British Army has been trying to replace a whole fleet of armoured vehicles. That effort led to Ajax, British-built, high-tech, and today the pressure to get it into service is intensifying. But there's a catch. Ajax should already be on the battlefield. Instead, its path to deployment has been plagued with delays and setbacks.
The Ajax armoured fighting vehicle is years late, billions over budget, and plagued by noise and vibrations that have injured soldiers.
The Ajax programme has been a disaster. It is mystifying how these vehicles were signed off as safe despite so obviously not being so.
With the order on the brink and so many jobs at stake, General Dynamics gave us access to their factory in South Wales. The £6 billion project is at a crossroads. The government has to decide whether to carry on with the building of the Ajax armoured vehicle or to scrap it and lose a lot of money. For the British Army, buying the Ajax has been about getting back into the heavy armour business and creating a range of modern vehicles that could replace ones that are now over 50 years old.
Is that about threat detection? What's that one about?
So this is a laser warning system.
So someone's pinging you with a laser?
Yeah, so you've got full 360 coverage, and as soon as you're pinging the laser, the turret has an automatic reaction. If the direction of the laser is in line with the sensor, it will automatically fire the smoke discharges, provide that obscuration screen, and then giving you time to get away from that position.
12 years ago, the Army ordered nearly 600 of these vehicles, and for the UK, getting back into manufacturing heavy armour after tank production stopped in 2002 has proven a big challenge. As problems started to emerge, delays accumulated, and Ajax fell years behind schedule.
During a war game exercise over the weekend, around 30 military personnel became ill after spending time in the Ajax armoured fighting vehicles.
When soldiers operating the vehicle fell ill after an exercise in November, inquiries were launched, the latest in a series of attempts to diagnose what's gone wrong. Neither the Army nor the Ministry of Defence emerge well from these reports. And to complete the picture of dysfunction, videos leaked last year by serving soldiers suggested General Dynamics was delivering vehicles to shoddy standards. In one, they showed with a dummy how a safety system designed to protect soldiers wasn't working properly.
So what that video showed was the door actually doing as it should. So if you've got a casualty that's incapacitated and we're stuck, as that video is showing, this is a safety feature that's not on any other vehicle in the UK fleet. But if it's pressure activated, if the door closes, the driver chooses to close the door and hasn't done all the checks, and there's somebody in the door, that will hit against the crew and stop the pressure to the hydraulics opening the door, closing the door. So it's a safety system.
But the big issue, one that has literally rattled away since early trials, is the noise and vibration produced by the tracks engaging with the cogged wheel or sprocket that drives them. The company insists many modifications have addressed the problem.
We have made some changes in 2021, and those changes have been tested, have been independently verified, and been through over 40,000 kilometres of testing.
As a young man, I served in the Royal Tank Regiment on Chieftain tanks. They were designed back in the 60s, and crewing them for long hours could be physically gruelling. You'd expect Ajax, particularly after all the efforts to dampen the noise, to be much better. To show us what it's like, the company took me out for a ride. But first, I had to don the double ear protection introduced as one of the mitigations for noise. And indeed, riding in the Ajax, the assault on the senses, seems bearable enough, similar to many other armoured vehicles. But of course we had 20 minutes, and the real question is about those who must crew it for days. So will Ajax be axed? One of the recent inquiries has now finished, leading to the removal of the civil servant responsible. It's also reported that all of the soldiers who fell ill last November have returned to duties. The head of the Army suggests the vehicle has a future. Cancellation would mean losing this production line just as it's reaching peak deliveries of 12 vehicles a month, at a time when rearmament is a national imperative.